A biscuit that your Christmas can't be without, and that's Kourambiethes, toasted almond shortbread generously dusted with powdered sugar. They are the ultimate Christmas biscuit, and I'm going to show you how to make them today. So to start our Kourambiethes, I've got some almonds here that I've toasted just to enhance their almond flavour a little bit. I'm going to pop them straight into my food processor and give them a whiz. That way they're still a little bit chunky, but also a little bit fine, so they'll create a nice texture in our biscuit. Just going to set our almonds aside and move on to creaming the butter and the sugar together. You need a lot of butter for this recipe. We like our Kourambiethes to be nice and fluffy and short, and the way to achieve that is with plenty of butter, of course. In with the butter, I'm adding icing sugar. It's really important that we use a very fine sugar so it's really smooth. Just attach my whisk. Start slow, we don't want a mess to hit us in the face. Might help if I put the power on. As the sugar starts to incorporate into the butter, we can start to increase the speed. The foundation of a good Kourambiethes comes from this process. We need to cream that butter really, really well so it's almost pale and white in colour. The fluffier, the better. Just going to stop it temporarily so I can scrape down the edges. We want to make sure all of that butter gets creamed evenly, just like so. That's perfect. You can see we've almost created a buttercream with the sugar and the butter. It's nice and light and fluffy, and we can go ahead and add our egg yolk. A little pinch of salt. This is optional, but I really find that it does enhance the almond flavour. Just like so. And if you like, at this point, you could even add a few shots of ouzo. When I say a few, I mean about 30 mils. Even some mastica spirit, really delicious in Kourambiethes. But we're just going to keep it simple today. Perfect. I'm going to remove my whisk attachment. Just getting off as much butter as possible. I'm going to use my folding attachment now to add the dry ingredients. Folding attachment going on. So I've got my flour here. I've sifted it. Always remember to sift your flour. It's very important. I know it's a bit tedious at times, but it does make a difference. I've got some baking powder here that I'm adding to my flour. Give that a little mix. And we can gradually add it to our butter with the almonds as well. Start slow. Now, I don't always add baking powder to my Kourambiethes. Sometimes I like them really short and buttery, but I'm adding it today just so you can see how this recipe works with baking powder and how delicious it still can be and how light they still turn out. I've got half my flour mixture in there. I'm going to add half my almonds. Some of them are really fine, some of them are still chunky, so we'll have some nice texture in there. So just alternating between the flour and the almonds. That's good. I've got a little bit of flour left here. I'm not going to add all of it just yet. I want to see what the texture is like before I do so, because it looks like it is coming together. Just going to add the rest of those almonds straight in and see where we're at. Still a little bit soft and sticky, so I will add the remainder of that flour. It's always good to touch and see, because we don't want to add too much flour. That's already looking better. Yep, perfect. It's not sticking to my hands and it's holding perfectly. Creaming the butter and the sugar for so long has made such a really delicate and soft dough. It's really beautiful to work with. So our dough for our Kourambiethes has come together. It's so super soft, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it between two sheets of paper and I'm going to roll it out and form our little crescents, and I'm going to show you how I do that. So another piece just straight on top, press it down and roll it out. We want to keep them about 1 centimetre in thickness So they're nice and thick and you get a nice big bite out of them. A little more. All right, that's perfect. Just going to remove this. So we've got our cookie cutter here. It's about 7 centimeters in diameter. I'm just going to trim off a little bit of our dough just there, and I'm going to move upward halfway up the circle and press down to create our little crescent. Isn't that beautiful? That's a much easier way to form little moon-shaped kourambiethes, and it's really quick as well. Our last one going into the tray, and we're going to bake these at 170 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes until they develop a little bit of golden color, not too much, and then we're going to dust them with lots of powdered sugar. Our kourambiethes are ready. They're lightly golden and you can smell that toasty almond. They smell delicious. Our kourambiethes are cool. We can now pick them up and just place them in our powdered sugar. Give them a little bit of a coating. Just like so. I'm going to create one layer first, and then I'm going to dust them very generously with powdered sugar. We're going to make it snow. So we've dipped our kourambiethes in the sugar, and now we're going to go over the top with lots and lots of powdered sugar. You need to be super generous here. You've got to make it snow. They've got to be really, really covered. So that's our first layer done. Our kourambiethes look like they've just had fresh snowfall, which is ironic because us Australians celebrate Christmas in summer. But I'm just going to go in with another layer. I'm going to cover them again with more sugar. Our last one going right on top. Extra powdered sugar. We're not holding back here. And there you have our delicious kourambiethes. They're short and buttery, full of toasted almond and generously powdered with sugar. You're going to love them this Christmas, and I'm going to have a taste. Really short and light, crunchy. Make them.